All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Try and All right. Thanks again for joining, especially since I know that there's lots going on in the Capitol and everything right now. So I'm Kate Sneed. I'm 6A captain. Andrew Fisher is my co-captain. Rachel Fisher is our finance chair. Karen is 6B. And Patrick, who's not able to join us, is 6B captain as well. So thank you again for joining us. We have a little bit of a change in the agenda just because the legislators are slogging through right now. And so there's a chance that Representative Woodrow will get here. He is dedicated to HD6 and wants to get here, but we'll see if he gets here in time. Couple of just quick announcements of things I don't want to forget. August 7th.
And in school districts, so it's going to be a little while till they know. The question is, are they going to pay more teachers? Are they going to pay teachers more? Is there going to be required certification? It's all very complicated, but this could be a part of making sure that we can attract and retain preschool teachers, because they have been even more underfunded than K-12 teachers. In case you're wondering, you will still get the $400 or $800 that was just announced last week, that they're speeding up this year's Tabor surplus. So people will still get it this year. This would go into effect the year after. So I really appreciate this opportunity. Yeah, Katie.
Sorry, in midnight. How many signatures do you need and when do you need them back?
We need 124,000 and change signatures. That's, this is the good news back in 2018 is that so many people came to vote. And the tough news about that is that the petition requirements are set by how many people voted 4 years ago. So that left it used to be 98,000 and now it's 124,000. This is only statutory, so we don't have to gather in every Senate district like a constitutional amendment, but we're doing it anyway because that's the campaign. And this is the thing. Right now, we are doing this entirely on volunteer. We just got our petitions last Monday. This is all volunteer, and we believe in that as the way you win, ultimately, because these are conversations we're having, not somebody standing in front of King Super saying, do you like kids? Sign this. You don't need to know what it is. When you do it this way, people are like, oh, that's the thing that Ann asked me to sign. So, and so it becomes, everybody has a little bit of ownership. So we think that this is the way to do it, but clearly with 124,000 plus signatures that we need, valid signatures, we need help. So just spread the word, tell people about it. Again, I'm just going to gather my stuff over here, and if you want a petition, I would be thrilled to give you one. Yeah, Ann.
What's the date that they're due?
Oh, second part of the question I forgot. We are going to do a first round soft return at the end of this month so that we know how we're doing. But the ultimate turn-in date is August 8th. August 8th. So actually we'll need them by August 5th to be able to get them in the box and set in. So thank you all. Greateducation.org is where you can find all the information you need, and really appreciate the time, and I'm just happy to be back in the same room. My son went to Cub Scout stuff here too, so this totally feels. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrew Fisher. I'm the co-captain for HD6A. Before I call up our next speaker, a quick request. We're having some minor issues with the live stream. If any of you are connected to the church Wi-Fi, would you please disconnect so that we can have the full bandwidth to stream to those who are watching us online? We'd appreciate it. All right, our next speaker is Radhika Nath to talk about SB 197.
I have?
5 minutes.
Dang it. I was going to take the whole meeting. Okay, quick question first. I'll take 3 answers. Your favorite American invention? Wait, hands up. Only 3. You first. Light bulb. Okay, all right. Telephone, all right. One more.
Chocolate.
Hi. I don't know if it was American, but okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay.
But it came here.
All right. Let me tell you my favorite American invention. Public education. First country to invent public education. The Greeks, they were doing their things. The Romans did their thing. Everybody did. India did its thing. We had universities and stuff. But public education, the concept of public education where we pay for schools and they're free to the people so that they can attend. Now, don't get me wrong. There are lots of things wrong. Segregation happened. Lots of bad things happened. But the first country to invent public education as a system for social mobility, for people to, maintain this democracy, was this nation. And that's why I find public education to be my favorite American invention. Actually, it was invented before America, so it was a trick question. Horace Mann, you guys pronounce it man, okay, all right. He was the person. The reason I'm even talking about that today is because here in Colorado, and great education is a tough act to follow, but I'll try. We've taken a sledgehammer to the public education system here. We have done everything possible to screw up public education, and I want to talk to you about the latest effort carried out by Senators Coleman and Senators Hansen, SB 197. You all know about how we have charter schools, we have innovation zones, we have public education. SB 197 is a bill that tries to organize alternative governance for innovation zone schools. Now, there are people who will argue with me and say innovation zone schools are not like charter schools. You know that charter schools can charge per pupil a fee for managing the students in their public schools. Well, guess what innovation zones do? They charge per pupil. And guess who pays that money? We do. It's taxpayer money per kid. Do you think your public neighborhood school charges a fee? Your tax monies go to your classroom. Yes. Whereas here, the money is going into some management zone company that is running the schools. Okay? Number 2, how much do you think we spent on school board elections last time? A lot, more than we should. But we do it because DPS is $1 billion district, right? $1 billion district. And we say, okay, somebody needs to have the fiduciary responsibility to look over this, and it needs to be a people's representative. Nobody with a conflict of interest, somebody who wants to look over our public education system and make sure it's working. And if they're a people's representative, then when we are unhappy with them, we can vote them out, right? They're accountable to us. Well, alternative governance wants to set up a system only for zone schools, innovation zone schools, so that they can decide, if they don't like a policy that the school board made,